As we continue our journey through the library of the Atari Lynx, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about one of our greatest games, Blue Lightning. Another member of the Epic's launch titles, Blue Lightning was released in 1989 and is considered to be one of the best games for the system. Blue Lightning is an action game where players pilot a jet fighter through 9 grueling levels. Each level has specific challenges that players have to meet before they're allowed to continue on to the next stage. These challenges can include things such as taking down enemy planes, hunting down tanks, dodging through dangerous canyons, or destroying supply depots. The Blue Lightning is equipped with 2 weapons to help you get through these missions, a high-powered gun and homing missiles. And you'll be relying heavily upon these weapons, as the enemy count can reach insane levels, and each one of them has their own strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, the guns are preferred for close combat scenarios. They are ideal for when you have to maneuver close to the ground while taking out enemy tanks, as the missiles have a tendency to smash into hills or the canyon walls. The missiles, on the other hand, are perfect for enemies that are either too far out of your reach or when you have to spray and pray. There are several moments in the game where you'll be outnumbered, so you'll be forced to fire randomly at enemy targets while dodging oncoming fire. And as long as you're able to lock onto a target before firing, the missiles will almost always hit their mark. While the game itself seems rather straightforward, it is the difficulty that really sells it. As mentioned earlier, there are moments where we'll be completely outnumbered and outgunned, and this is not just restricted to enemy fire pilots either. You'll be attacked by the air, land, and even the ocean as you dodge your way across enemy territory. Luckily, the difficulty never feels unfair, and with the inclusion of a password system, you never really feel as if the game is cheating. You just have to keep your fingers on the trigger while dodging to the next onslaught. That is one of the impressive things about this little game, the sheer amount of enemies on screen at one time. We mentioned how the Lynx was able to dish out tons of action in our Gates of Zendokon review, but those enemies were pretty slow compared to the action in Blue Lightning. In this game, we are constantly being bombarded with an onslaught of enemy jets, missiles, and smoke trails, and it is this chaotic action that makes the game feel that much more realistic. And if the action wasn't good enough for you, the game also boasts several beautiful locations. While most jet fighter games at the time focused your attention on the sky, Blue Lightning gives you the freedom to stay low to the ground. This allows you to dogfight through canyons, skim across the ocean, fly over cities, and maneuver through grassy fields. What I really enjoy is just how much freedom you have controlling your jet. In Top Gun, for example, you really don't have that much control over your fighter until the end of the mission. Other than that, you really just keep flying in a straight line. Blue Lightning, on the other hand, gives you the ability to trigger boosts to catch up with enemy fighters, descend to ground level to hunt down tanks and aircraft carriers, as well as perform barrel rolls to avoid enemy missiles. Not to mention, you can also do this. The sound effects are just great. You know immediately what each sound is supposed to be just from hearing it. From the soft beeps of oncoming enemy fire to the beautiful explosions. The game's audio is just very well done. Not to mention the kick-ass opening theme song. Overall, Blue Lightning was one of the best games for the Atari Lynx and one of the best jet fighting games of the era. It was remade for the Atari Jaguar in 1995, but unfortunately failed due to ugly graphics, wonky controls, and choppy animation. An unfortunate end to what could have been a wonderful franchise. And while this game is not strange or unusual, I could not talk about the Atari Lynx without bringing up Blue Lightning. It is just one of those wonderful games that everybody seems to enjoy if they had a chance to play it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this episode of Wait, What? Games You've Never Played. Join us next time as we continue our journey with the ill-fated Atari Lynx. I am Mazer, and I'll see you then. Hey everyone, Mazer here, and I just want to thank you for watching my video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Your support means the world to me.